Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spartan Pulse. I hope you guys have been enjoying this beautiful spring weather. I'm Taylor Myers.
And I'm Terrance, Lindsey, and I'm glad to see you all today. Today, we're going to talk about time management and how we balance our schoolwork, clinicals, jobs, and our personal lives.
So, Terrance, I want you to tell me. I know a lot today has been about nurse burnout, but also nursing student burnout can be a thing too. So, have you ever felt burnt out during this program, and what did you do to combat that?
Yes, I feel like the higher you get up, the more it gets, I won't say worse, but the more it becomes more burnt out. For me, this semester particularly, I got burnt out a lot and still getting burnt out today. And why I say that because so we have we have two clinicals and also our work. And so managing that can be a lot. And so um, ways I come ways I combat that is just literally try to figure out, keep my planner, try to stay structured. Um, yeah, I keep a planner. I try to get sleep at night. I try to have a cutoff because that's very important, having a cutoff. Like, okay, I'm going to sleep at 1 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to study this today. I'm going to focus on this. We have a exam for this class this week. Okay, I'm only focusing on this week. What am I doing before I go to work? What am I doing after? Um, Taking care of myself. What days I implement in the gym so that I can get more physical activity to help with the stress. And that's the ways I kind of combat with that. What about you, Taylor? How do you combat, or do you ever feel burnt out during a nursing program?
Yeah, I definitely think nursing 4 and nursing 5 were when I was really feeling it. And for me, I was in nursing 4 last spring, like when COVID hit. So that kind of was a good and bad thing because that almost made me take a step back and everything. But it definitely catches up with you. And I think you're definitely right with the keeping a planner and keeping a to-do list. And then with scheduling things, I think Terrence, you're definitely right. Like in the beginning, it's a lot easier to schedule around things just because normally the first and second semester you have one, maybe two clinicals if every other week or something like that. So you can kind of work around that a little bit. But by the time you get to nursing 5 and 6, you're going to have more clinical hours per week. So it gets harder to schedule, work around it. But I know both Terrence and I held jobs while we were in the College of Nursing. It was definitely doable. So kind of sitting down at the beginning of each semester and allocating your time to make sure that you get everything you needed to get done, but also that you do have time for just yourself as well, is the biggest advice I can give. Um, Terrence, why don't you talk a little bit about what strategies you have with your planner? Like, do you write everything down or just keep little notes?
Yes, I was just about to hit on that. I actually keep a weekly planner. I cannot keep up with a month. I keep week by week base. So for example, I say, oh, what I need to do this week? What is the goal this week? What is due this week? What am I focusing on? Because when I look at the what's now, and so of course we still look out what's due next week and 2 more weeks to be kind of prepared for it. But I kind of focus on what's now to give me a more zoomed in and not less stressed out. Because when you focus on so much, oh, that's about to be due soon, or this due today, or this due in 2 weeks. So I kind of strategize and have weekly basically. So I actually write it down myself, or I might go on Google and have a April calendar, just write in my face and then just write things I need to do. Any meetings, work schedule, gym schedule, friend schedule, and all that at once will help a lot. So that's kind of my strategy with the planner.
Yeah, I think writing everything down is definitely the best bet. Like I always like to think I'll remember it if I don't write it down. Well, you don't. Um, I can remember, I think it was my sophomore year, I was working two jobs and doing nursing school. And it was the semester I had farm too. So that was just a train wreck. But the one day of the week, I would go to clinical at 7, be at clinical until I want to say 3:30 ish. And then I'd have a class that was an hour long, and then after that class, I'd go straight to work for 5 hours. So my day was from 7 a.m. to 8:30 at night, and it was like every Wednesday, every week, and it was just like it was way too much. And looking back, I really wish I would have been able to like take a step back somewhere, like change days up ahead of time. And sometimes you don't have that control, but you know, if you can schedule it and where that doesn't happen, I'd really recommend it because those days just took everything out of me. I know Terrance, you were saying that like sometimes you get like mandated at work because you're a CNA. Can you tell us a little bit about how like getting mandated at work has affected your schooling?
Yes. So mandation is basically if they're short, you have to stay an extra 3 or 8 hours. So, for example, I get mandated a lot, so I work from. Typically, my schedule is from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. But they mandate me until 3 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is affect me a lot because some days I have clinical the next morning, and I tell them like I cannot stay, or if I don't have clinical, I have to study for something, and so that can interfere with a lot. And so, communication with your case manager that you have worked with, communication with your clinical instructor, and being transparent and let them know that school is the priority, is my primary source. So that's how I kind of manage with that. It's kind of frustrating at points, but also make you a stronger individual, and it make you more flexible as a person. So
I mean, I give you credit for that. Like, I need sleep kind of a person. So you are a stronger person than I am for doing that. I'm like in bed by like 10. I'm like, we're done for the night. This is all I can do. So that's awesome that you can still manage to get everything done, plus do like extra stuff. But also, like, if you're like me and can't do all that extra stuff, that's okay. Like, you can admit, like, I can't do this. This is the level that I can do and still function as a human being. Then take that level wherever it is for you. Like, yes, nursing school is a priority, but also like your life matters too, and you don't want to totally sacrifice your happiness and family and friends just to become a nurse. Like, balance it out. Make that work-life balance work for you even now. Like, you don't have to wait till you graduate to find a good balance in life.
we know that school can be very stressful, especially during these times in the pandemic. We'd like to give a quick shout out to MSU Counseling Psychiatric Services, also known as CAPS. CAPS is a resource for MSU students who are struggling with mental health concerns. Their services are currently completely virtual, and you can learn more by clicking on the link below.
Thank you, Terrance. As always, we do have some news and upcoming events for you. Thank you to everyone who made gifts to the College of Nursing on Give Green Day. Together, $14,650 was raised, $11,830 of which will go towards the nursing pins for our BSN graduates through the Pin Pals program.
Looking for some new College of Nursing swag? Then you're in luck. The College Advisory Council at MSU College of Nursing is having its first spring sale fundraiser. Profits will go towards the student activities and groups in need in Lansing area. Learn more by pressing the link in our bio.
Thank you everyone for watching. In the upcoming weeks, we're going to talk more specifically about certain programs, such as the nurse anesthesia program and undergrad research. So stay tuned for more.
And as always, if there's anything particular you guys would like to learn more about, do not hesitate to reach out. I'm always here. I'm Terrance Lindsey.
And I'm Taylor Myers, and have a great week, everybody.